Some children don't grow up feeling seen. They grow up feeling unnoticed, overlooked, quietly replaceable. Here's the paradox. The child who never demanded attention often becomes the adult who cannot ask for what they need. If you felt invisible growing up, you may have learned how to disappear in order to belong. And that survival skill may still be shaping your life today. This video is here to help you understand a common psychological pattern, not to label or diagnose you. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Invisibility doesn't begin in adulthood. It begins in rooms where your feelings didn't land anywhere, in moments when no one noticed your silence. And the nervous system remembers. Children depend on emotional reflection to understand that they matter. When caregivers are overwhelmed, distracted, emotionally unavailable, or dismissive, a child can receive a message, not through words, but through repeated experience, that their inner world is not important. This is often called emotional neglect, not abuse, not hostility, absence. No one asks how you feel. No one notices when you withdraw. No one mirrors your emotions back to you. So the child adapts. Instead of expressing needs, they minimize them. Instead of seeking attention, they contain themselves. Instead of risking dismissal, they become easy. From an attachment perspective, closeness can begin to feel unreliable. Self-sufficiency feels safer than need. At the nervous system level, this adaptation often creates hypervigilance, a quiet scanning of emotional environments. You learn to read subtle shifts in tone, mood, and energy, not to control others, but to avoid being a burden. Your nervous system becomes skilled at one thing, taking up less space. And over time, invisibility can become an identity. But here's what most people don't realize. The strategy that kept you safe as a child can quietly create disconnection in adulthood. When you learned not to need, others learned not to notice. When you stopped expressing discomfort, boundaries faded. When you became low maintenance, your inner world went underground. What protected you then can isolate you now. You might notice this in relationships. You listen deeply but struggle to share. You anticipate others' needs but feel uneasy naming your own. You may feel most comfortable with people who ask very little from you because need still feels dangerous. This often shows up as overfunctioning. You give more than you receive. You support others emotionally while quietly feeling alone. Many adults who grew up feeling invisible say they feel unseen even in loving relationships. Not because others don't care, but because they never learned how to be visible. You might notice it in boundaries. Saying no feels harsh. Expressing preferences feels selfish. Advocating for yourself feels like conflict. So you adapt by accommodating. Over time, resentment builds quietly, not toward others, but toward the exhaustion of never being met. At work, invisibility can be mistaken for reliability. You perform well without drawing attention. You solve problems quietly. You avoid self-promotion. Supervisors describe you as dependable. But inside, you may feel overlooked, under-recognized, or unsure how to step forward without discomfort. Your nervous system equates visibility with exposure, and exposure once felt unsafe. Anxiety can show up in subtle ways, not as panic but as chronic background tension, a feeling of being on guard, a sensitivity to shifts in tone, feedback, or disapproval. This isn't weakness, it's adaptation. Your nervous system learned that emotional environments can change without warning. It prepared you to detect that early. Even your inner dialogue may reflect this history. I don't want to bother anyone. It's not a big deal. I can handle it myself. They have more important things. These thoughts aren't random. They are echoes of a time when your needs truly did not land anywhere. So it's important to pause here and say something clearly. This was never weakness. It was intelligence. It was survival. It was your nervous system protecting connection in the only way it knew how. Children do not choose invisibility. They discover it works. By becoming easy, they reduce rejection. By becoming quiet, they avoid dismissal. By becoming self-sufficient, they protect attachment. Your nervous system did not fail you, protected you, and honoring that protection is where healing begins. Because the goal is not to force yourself into sudden visibility. The nervous system does not respond well to force. It responds to safety. Healing often begins with awareness. Noticing when you silence yourself. Noticing when you minimize your needs. Noticing when you anticipate others before considering yourself. This is not something to judge. It is something to observe. Safety can be built through small boundary experiments. Expressing a mild preference. Taking an extra moment before agreeing. Sharing one honest feeling with someone safe. These are not dramatic acts. They are nervous system recalibrations. Over time, your body learns that visibility does not equal abandonment. Expression does not equal rejection. Needs do not automatically push people away. You begin to experience something unfamiliar but stabilizing. Being seen and remaining connected. Regulation grows in these moments. Not from pushing but from allowing. Not from performance but from presence. And slowly, invisibility becomes a choice rather than a default. You may still value privacy. You may still prefer depth over attention. But the difference is this. You are no longer disappearing to survive. You are choosing when and how to be seen. If you felt invisible growing up, there is nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system adapted to an environment where quietness protected connection. Your sensitivity developed for a reason. Your self-sufficiency served a purpose. Your emotional restraint once kept you safe. And those adaptations deserve respect. But you deserve to exist in full presence now. To be heard without apology. To express needs without guilt. To take up space without fear. Visibility is not loudness. It is authenticity. And authenticity grows in safety, one moment at a time. If this pattern resonates with you, it does not mean you are destined to remain unseen. It means you learned early how to survive in silence. And now, as an adult, you have the capacity to build safety in expression. Nothing about your past erased your worth. Nothing about your adaptations makes you too much or too little. You are not broken. These were adaptations.